Hello, and thanks for tuning in to Shook in Time. Today's a little special because not only do we get to take a look at a beautiful vintage diver from Watchdives, we also get to compare it to the Thorn T023. The Watchdives has been on my wrist for most of this week, and now is a good time to give you my thoughts on what I think could well be your next purchase. For the sake of clarity, this video is not sponsored. The watch was purchased by me from the Watchdives website. Before we get started, let's do a quick wrist check. Today I'm wearing a Casio G-Shock Metal. This is my first G-Shock Metal watch, and I think it works really well on larger wrists, but not so well on a smaller wrist. Moving on to the spec check, the highlights are the PT5000 movement, bubble-domed crystal, and the outstanding finishing on the case and bracelet. I'll save my comments on the dial for later in the review, but overall this watch is a really well built and finished piece. I will say that the loom application on the hands could do with a few more coats of C3. I find the loom on the hands fade much faster than the markers. You can still tell the time in the middle of the night, but you will notice the drop off. Diving into the watch, the dial is spectacular. The way the color changes under light and the brown and burgundy tones really give this watch a special feel. Watch dies have taken a different route with their dial to Thorn. They've kept the text simple and minimal. Just two lines of text and a logo. It works really well. The bezel color, which is a light grey blue tone, adds a more vintage flair and works beautifully with the dial. The bezel feel is solid like on nearly all watches from Watchdives that I've owned, and the case finishing is of a very high standard at this price point. The bracelet is a mixed bag for me. It is well built and finished, but it feels like a modern diver in execution. This is in contrast to the Thorn T023, and this is where you feel the biggest difference to the Thorn on the wrist. On the fly adjustment is great to have, but I found the actual mechanism to be stiff when trying to adjust. It might just need some oil to get things loosened up. Time to put the two vintage divers of the moment next to each other. Let's bring in the Thorn T023 Black Dial. When you see these two side by side, you really have to ask yourself what more could you ask for in a modern built dive watch? There'll be some that talk about these watches being copycat watches, not having original designs, but frankly, who cares when they look this good and feel so great on the wrist? The value for money is unquestionable, and they are punching well above their weight when it comes to features at this price point. So well done to Watchdives and well done to Thorn. If I had to pick one of these two watches, I would probably go with the Thorn. I would then spend the next 2 days doubting myself, losing sleep, and eventually just buying the Watchdives as well. Come to think of it, that is pretty much what happened to me. My ability to resist a good dive watch is non-existent. The only reason I picked the Thorn would be the bracelet. It's just got a more vintage feel than the Watchdives. A week ago I was sure the Thorn could not be beaten. I still think that holds true in the black and blue dial variants, but this tropical brown dial on the Watchdives is simply stunning. My final thoughts are that this is a very strong option for anyone that wants a vintage diver at an affordable price. Personally, I'm really happy that I went with the brown tropical dial because it has exceeded all my expectations. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and adds that little extra motivation for me to keep going. So until next time, keep on ticking.